Hey, what up, though? How y'all feeling? Everybody good? It's your man, your friend, and family member, Brian Lee here. Lord Jesus, a lot went down in this one as well. Let's get to it. You're Beyond the Gates, episode 38, after show. So, Nicole and Vanessa are catching up about Vanessa selling a home to Joey Armstrong and how's the search going. Feds are cracking down on casinos, and Mr. Brown. Um, Sugarway. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that was a conversation that Randy and Joey had. I'm assuming. I wrote that down because it happened in the show. But either way, Doug asked Ashley how much money does she have because Doug is doing the sports betting. Naomi is coming over to the mansion and Anita's playing music. And, Kat and Chelsea are talking about, their line, a new product with a new face. Um, Kat is bottom line and Chelsea's queen creative. And Kat brings up the idea of bringing Dani Dupree into their business. Now, here's the thing. Dani, when she's focused, she's about the higher that's weighing for her. When she's not focused, she goes to the lower that's available. And I feel like Chelsea has dealt with that yo-yo energy for so long, and she is so glad that the yo-yo has been put down, so she doesn't want to deal with that. But I also see Kat's point of view of she was able to pull off that amazing fashion show, right? And so because Dani is known in the world of modeling, she could make some inroads with the models of like, hey, could you add this bag to the fashion show or make a specific bag for the fashion show, right? So I see both sides of Kat and Chelsea's points of view. Pamela comes over and asks, Dani, how did she feel about letting Chelsea go? Dani says that she felt like she made the best decision to let Chelsea go. But, Pamela's like, okay, and the real answer? Dani is feeling the punches, and Pamela has a proposal to make. Anita and Naomi, talk about the lawsuit with Bill, and that, Naomi wanted to make that pay, and Anita said that, you were not the only one who felt that way. And so, now Naomi and Bill's relationship is somewhere in the middle. Doug has been doing betting games all morning. Doug has won $3.75, and Doug was going to bet $1, right? And Shanice is like, okay, listen, my nurses are getting fleeced, and you need to stop. And Joey Armstrong was right. Eventually, gambling addict will have an itch, right? We'll definitely have an itch. So then, Randy and Joey talk of get him back or I will. Nicole says, now Nicole and Vanessa, children fed, men lie. And, Nicole says, did Joey's mom rise up 3 days later? And I'm like, Nicole, you are not right for using the Lord in vain like that. Oh, my Lord Jesus, you were so wrong for that. And then, Vanessa said it was his male vanity. And Nicole feels like Joey is giving bull. And Nicole is right because, child, what happens later on, whew, Jesus Christ. The plan that Vanessa and Doug do not see coming. Lord Jesus. So then we talk about Dani being the chief marketing officer. Kat says that when Dani believes in something, she takes it all the way. And Chelsea says that's the problem. And then the Curtis Dupree modeling agency with Dani's experience managing Chelsea's career and, Pamela managing, Dani's, they can take over the modeling world, fashion world. And I really like the fact that Pamela brought a solution that could work out for Dani's benefit. Dani seems like she can do anything. It just has to have a soul of purpose. So I really, really do like that. Then Doug said, I bet a quarter. He, won. Shanice gave the core on behalf of Ashley. Then here's the plan. You guys ready? Here we go. And Joey, you're so fucked up for this because Vanessa already reprimanded you. And guess what? If her firm goes down, you do realize, right, that Vanessa keeps all her receipts. So being a real estate agent, she will check her book. She will, check in with Faircrest City Hall, this, that, and the third, right? So the plan is I'm not after what he has, I'm after what he can get me. And, basically Vanessa is what Joey's trying to get. Nicole is being blunt about seeing the bullshit. Vanessa's defending Joey, and Nicole asks, do you have feelings for Joey Armstrong? And then Randy says, so Randy and Joey are talking, by the way, let me add that context. Randy says, well, Joey says her real estate firm, and then Randy says laundry money. Doug goes to Vanessa. Vanessa opens up the book. It's a win. And Joey says, I know you can do this because I wouldn't want to hurt you. And how are your ex and your kid doing? And Randy says, good. And Joey says, let's keep it that way. And I don't want to hurt you, but you definitely will wish I would have. And here's my thing, Joey, right? Seriously. You already, sorry, y'all, that's my alarm, by the way. Sorry about that. To that point, right? You already paid Malone, right? And Jacob saw that happen, right? So Jacob already knows your existence, bro. Do you really think that this is the best idea for you to launder money through the firm? Is the casino being dried up at this point? By the way, I just thought about, I think Mr. Brown might be a client at the casino. I just thought about that. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But either way, that was mentioned on the show or in this episode. In this episode on the show. Okay. Let's see. Shanice is concerned that Doug is doing too much. It does our patients no good and does you harm. Doug caught Joey talking. Doug called Joey talking through Randy's call. And then Chelsea and Kat are still talking that, one of us will die if I have to work with her. That's what Chelsea said. I don't think Chelsea really would unalive her mom. Okay. We had too many run-ins with that type of energy. Kat believes that, Dani's fire can help their brand. And then Dani says it has to be Dupree Curtis. And, honestly, Dan, at this point, just take the opportunity, child, because you need something to ground yourself. Really, you do. Naomi and Anita talk about the articulates. Anita misses it sometimes with her friends in the audience, but, that time is gone. Not necessarily. There could be an articulates reunion on Beyond the Gates. And so, Naomi wants to do something nice for Dani. So tonight at Uptown. So Anita's going to get the crew and Naomi's going to get her mom. Aunt Dani will be working for Kat and Chelsea. Dani will think about it. And, Pam's like, are you sure you're okay with that? Because I remember that you were so particular about the font. Like, Pamela's a real friend. She ain't going to play the piano with you, in the words of Melody Cherie. So Naomi calls Dani. Nicole is surprised that Vanessa's admitting that she has feelings for Joey. And Joey wants competent but lives in disappointment. He has to do it himself. Talk to Doug. Naomi and Dani are trying to surprise Anita by, recreating a dance routine that the Articulates did back in the day. Joey having power turns Vanessa on. Vanessa was turned on when he talked about running Joey's wife's side man out of town. And Nicole says doing this with Joey could be fulfilling an unmet need. Doug is upset that surgery didn't go right, but there were a lot of complications with the patient as it is. And Doug gets upset with Ashley. Like, dude, don't get upset with Ashley. Get upset with yourself for the hell that you and your wife are about to go through. Chelsea doesn't know what to think about, Dani joining their company. Naomi, Anita, and Dani leave for a night out. Anita gives a sign to Naomi, and then Naomi and Dani give a sign to each other. Doug doesn't have to meet every need, Vanessa says. But I am worried about, Shanice was worried about Doug, and I'm worried about Doug too. Shanice and Doug talk. And then Shanice and Doug talk of the fact that you are able to rest. You know what I mean? With what's going on with the with not being on call all the time. And then Joey comes to the hospital. Oh my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. So in the preview, Leslie and Nicole, they meet, or Sherry Carter. And does she drop the bomb of she was the mistress? We'll see. Eva and Leslie. Eva goes the fuck off on Leslie, and I am here for it. Andre and Dani, they are again through art. And then Vern and Anita talk at Uptown, and Vern says, "It looks like you're scared." Scared? This is terrified. Anita says. So to me, I feel that this episode is about kick off, this next epic saga in Beyond the Gates, the trial, which I hope is in prime time. Okay. Still, that should be a prime time spinoff, right? And also too, like I said, I would like to see the agency grow. I would like to see, what will a conversation look like for Dani? Would she want to join the agents? Would she want to join her daughter and Kat's business? Hopefully the articulates will reunite. And Doug and Vanessa, y'all have played yourself like a fiddle. That is it for me, everybody. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.